It's Tuesday with Thompson, host of the Pete Thompson Show this Saturday on 97.3 ESPN. It's the PT.
Sing it, brother. Sing it.
Yeah.
Breakfast with the PT. You gonna come into the studio and join me for my inaugural show?
If you invite me, I mean, you know.
You're always invited. Maybe we'll reach out to you via phone.
Your show, I mean, you know.
I mean, you're always invited. That's a standing invite. Mike Gill is MG and the PT in the same place at the same time. Come on now. By the way, you're mentioning that Vans Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Did you ever buy the Vans sneakers? Was that something as part of your apparel?
Actually, my senior prom, I wore Vans with my tuxedo.
And you thought you were the coolest guy, coolest cat there?
Well, they were just black shoes. I mean, you know.
All right.
Just a pair of black Vans.
Did they lace up or no?
Yeah, I didn't go with the Spicoli slip-ons with the checker look.
I called a kid Spicoli today at school. He had no idea what I was talking
about.
Why
would he?
Well, we had field day at our school, and these kids came in from outside. This guy comes in, you know, he's 17, 18 years old, no shirt on. I'm like, hey, Spicoli, put on a shirt.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, come on, Mr. Thompson. I'm like, you got to put a shirt on.
Yeah, give me a shirt, please.
But he literally had no idea what I was talking about.
Why would he?
I brought the Vans thing up. You're right. I brought the Vans thing up because I just discovered yesterday that they have Harry Potter Vans sneakers. Now, I know you're not a big Harry Potter guy, but they have them sorted out into like houses and stuff. So Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Gryffindor. I'm
sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I got
These are the kind of things you can find on the Pete Thompson Show on Saturdays.
I got to work on Monday, Pete Thompson.
Boy, yeah, here we go. Lay into me.
And I said I had a bone to pick with the PT.
Yes, and I wrote back, how
I
is
don't
that
understand,
different than any other day?
Yeah, well, so on Friday's show, I wasn't here, and I had asked Peter, I said, look, he's got this new show starting Saturday. We're going to do a lot of imaging for it and produce it and all that stuff. I said, can you come in and work with Ryan, you know, the last 2 hours of the show? I can't do that, but I can do from 5 to 6.
Right. That's what I was locked into, 5 to 6.
5 to 6. Great. So at that time, I said, great. So after your show, can you please record these?
Right.
This.
Hi, it's Pete Thompson. Listen for the Pete Thompson Show this Saturday and every Saturday.
Wrote them all out.
Hi, it's Pete Thompson. Listen starting this Saturday for the Pete Thompson Show on 97.3 ESPN Radio and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
So, PT, thoughts on coming in with Ryan, 4 to 6. You can promote the No Pete Thompson Show. Would be good promotion. Can't get there till 5, but I can do that. Okay, great. Pete Thompson, great. After your show, have Josh record you. I wrote the promos out. And then you wrote a couple of things that you asked some questions and yada, yada, yada. I'm driving to CFFC 76, and I'm doing the crossover with Mays and Aton.
Correct.
They asked me who was filling in, and I had said, well, Scott Grayson until 3:30, then Pete Thompson from 5 to 6.
Right.
Okay. Of course, I'm listening to Ryan do the show, and he is like, Mike Gill doesn't know what he's talking about. Pete Thompson's not coming in.
First of all, you should never say that Mike Gill doesn't know what he's talking about. You probably almost drove off the road.
Yeah, I was like, wait, Pete Thompson's not coming in? I just had this conversation with him that he was doing from 5 to 6, and he says
Thursday night. That was Thursday night. See, something changed between Thursday night and Friday.
Yeah, Pete Thompson got the Pete Thompson disease and said, I don't feel like driving.
That is not true.
Did you hear the text message we got today?
No.
Great text. It's going to win text of the day.
Is it about me?
Yo, guys, what are the odds of Pete Thompson being late to his own radio show debut? That's from Matt in Delaware. I mean, he's not even in the state and he knows that you're late.
Matt. No, I will be on time for the Pete Thompson Show this Saturday from 8 till 10. Please tune in, Matt.
So I got here Monday, and I'm looking for these recorded imaging pieces for your show.
That is correct, yes.
And there are none.
Yes.
Because you didn't show up.
In hindsight, I should have told you that I could not leave school on Friday. I had stuff, and it's been a rough finish. I'm not going to lie to you. Trying to get to the finish line. There are schools out there, like I drove by Oak Crest this morning, and it said, have a great summer. And I thought, oh, that sure would be nice. I'm not there yet. Absent Gammy the other night, they had their graduation.
Yeah.
Not the PT. PT still going.
Yep.
Still charging along.
Okay.
So I apologize.
All right. So the PT's live today to record some of this stuff.
Yes.
For the Pete Thompson Show. Now, we got a funny story to start this thing off. So, you know, Pete Thompson was here for the first day of 97.3 ESPN.
Yes, I was.
When we flipped over from what was then ESPN 1450 ESPN.
Correct.
We flipped over to 97.3 ESPN. the first ever show, do you remember who our big guest was?
Absolutely, because I lined him up. His name was Charles Wade Barkley.
That's right. We had Charles Barkley on our first ever show. We had a couple other heavy hitters on that first show.
Barkley was the one memorable
Barkley
one.
was the guy. So Pete Thompson's got his first show coming up this Saturday, and it's going to be a mix. It's going to be, well, you can tell them, but it's going to be a little bit of local stuff, but Philly, Flyers, Sixers, Eagles, maybe some, if there's a high school story that does happen, like the South Jersey Sports Report is typically on at that time.
Right.
It's going to take a little time off for the summer, and PT being the sports guy.
Since the high schools are out for the summer. Look, it just makes sense. I appreciate the opportunity to do the show, Mike, and I think that you're absolutely right. It'll be a nice mix of, national sports talk, a.k.a. Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, Sixers, Giants, Jets, Mets, Yankees, whatever folks want to talk about. But at the same time, I do think that if, and I'm not going to infringe on Billy's turf with lifeguard racing per se, but if there's, I know Ron Meichner over in Summers Point always has a big crab tournament, right? I know that kind of goes maybe into Tom Pease fishing, but it also goes, it's local, it's sports, right? If there's some, there's a lot of, this better than anybody. What do you coach during the summer? Youth
baseball.
What? Yeah,
baseball.
Youth baseball,
Sorry, I wasn't
right?
paying attention.
Youth baseball, youth baseball, youth
Just give you
softball.
a dose of your own medicine.
That's fine. I deserve it. But, there's a lot of local stories out there, too. So we'll do a nice mix. But, yes, I very much was excited to get Charles Barkley on in 2009. And, see, here's the thing. You were on your way to CFFC, but Ryan said to me, so, PT, who are you going to get? You going to go for Kevin Nagandi? And I thought, well, geez, now I can't go for Nagandi. He just let the cat out of the bag. So I'm trying to get, an even bigger name than Kevin Nagandi.
Yeah, so
far, my efforts.
So the best is he comes in, he's trying to get this big guest, and we had met, Dr. J at the Sixers Summer Short Tour.
That is correct.
And him and the PT, PT was really spinning a yarn with DJ, Dr. J.
Yeah, Julius Irving was
you had his ear, and you were just chewing it off.
And there were other people waiting for him and wanting his attention.
Policemen.
Right. Well, but he was very much, let's put it this way. I posted a picture that day on social media. That was last August, and said that time that one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history wanted to bend my ears.
Yeah, he was talking your ear off.
He wanted to talk to me. Now, it came out later that he wanted to play golf at Marion, and he said, hey, are you a member at Marion? And I said, no, my sister-in-law
How does Dr. J need you to help him golf at Marion?
It's that exclusive.
Dr. J
Yes.
Get on.
Okay, I'm going to tell you two funny Dr. J golf stories. One, Dr. J tried to join the golf club where I caddied, and they didn't let him in, not because of his race, but because of his religion. That was one, and I thought that was funny. And two is that Dr. J cannot play Marion without a member. And Dr. J knows that. You can play the other course, but you can't play the one that held the U.S. Open on that we went to.
Okay, so
when
he was looking for a member.
He said, "Are you a member at Marion?" I said, "No, my sister-in-law is." And he said to me, and I remember my jaw dropping. Well, would she like to play golf with me, Richard Dent, Marcus Allen, and God, I wish for the life of me I could remember who the fourth was. I want to say it wasn't like Charles
and
Oakley,
your
but
sister-in-law,
right, and
great foursome.
So of course I just countered and I said, well, I can ask her.
Right.
And I did. I called her that day and I said, hey, Dr. J wants to play golf at Marion.
And?
Would you host him? And she said, I would, but it's closed. Marion was closed last summer for renovations.
Okay, so now he gives you his business card.
Gave me his business card and has an Atlanta.
This has got to be an airtight contact.
Right. Has an Atlanta phone number on it, has an email on it, right? So rather than call this person, Dr. J, Julius Irving, whose card I now have, I decide to email him. And I figure, all right, I'll send him a nice email. And I said, hey, it's Pete Thompson. We talked last year. My sister-in-law is the member at Marion. You were trying to get on there. I'm hosting a show now on 97.3 ESPN. I'd love to have you on the first show. And I got an email back, and I thought, oh, this is, and you open it up. And when it says that Mailer Damon, Mailer, yep. Right? That pretty much means, that's the email equivalent of the Vogel response we got that one time.
That's almost like, yeah, you get that sometimes, and it's like the person got fired or like
right.
they got like bankruptcy. They like
right, like what happened to you? Not for nothing, but I guess I should probably do this now that I have a Genie box in front of me. I wonder if the website even still works.
The Dr. J?
Yeah, the Dr. J website. Sorry if you are the owner of this website, so I don't even think that website exists anymore.
So Dr. J just decided he's no longer maintaining the website.
I guess not.
Yeah. All right, it's Tuesday with Thompson, Pete Thompson. Don't forget, the Pete Thompson Show is this Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Saturday on 97.3 ESPN, Breakfast with the PT. And see, I envision, this is what I could see this show.
All right.
Like one of the diners or breakfast joints in this area,
Well,
having the PT there live every
Absolutely.
Saturday morning and just,
Big old stack of pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
Extra crispy bacon, sausage, cheese omelet.
It's interesting because Eitan from the Amazing Eitan show tweeted this out, and I asked this question a lot, but he tweeted it out, and I don't know what the genesis of the question was. But his question was, what time of the day do you stop eating quote-unquote breakfast food?
Now, that's funny because there are times where I will wake in the old days, I would get up late, and by late, that was like noon, and my girlfriend would say, do you want me to make you some eggs? And I'd say, honey, it's 12:30. It's time for lunch. And she's like, you haven't eaten anything yet. Like, big deal. It's still breakfast.
Yeah.
Breakfast is the one food that there's no locked-in time. It can be you can eat breakfast. Isn't that how you always, I don't know about your house growing up, but when I was a kid,
McDonald's disagrees with you.
No, if mom was sick.
I mean, they stop it at 10:30.
If mom was sick, Dad whipped out that waffle iron and he was making like short order cook. You got breakfast for dinner when mom was sick in my house.
Well, I mean, yeah, if the cook is on hiatus or under the weather, then yeah, I can understand. But the normal chef is not making breakfast at that time.
That's why South Jersey's great.
So what time of the day
everywhere.
do you stop eating breakfast was the question. The breakfast
was
food.
Was one of the categories there?
No, that's what a question. Shander does his overnight show, and I think he has like some kind of random question of the night.
You should never stop. I mean, you can eat breakfast anytime.
Well, you want me to read some of the answers off for you?
Sure, give them to me.
Whenever the mood strikes, but I am out on eggs after 9 a.m., they can come back after 6.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So I can envision this show with just okay, so I went to this place. I won't name the name because I'd like them to broadcast the show live with Pete Thompson there.
Right.
Although I don't know that there's enough room in that place to have you.
There are a lot of small, little great
Well,
breakfast
if Pete Thompson is doing the Pete Thompson show live at your location, it's going to be so packed that you're not going to be able to have any room for a place that's small.
Just put me in the parking lot.
That's
It'll
right.
be fine.
So they had like the most unbelievable variety of French toast options.
And that's you're a big French toast guy?
I love the French toast option, but when I go out to breakfast, which I go out to breakfast often because I'm a big fan of the breakfast, I'm typically going to go omelet.
Okay.
Just because of the different accoutrements that come with it. Like, I like my omelet. I like my hash browns.
Yep.
I like the, I'll go like
toast or rye
or whatever. I like that I get the French toast. You're just getting the French toast.
That is correct.
Now, but they had so many different varieties of French toast that I was my head was spinning. I didn't know what they had, like s'mores French toast, graham cracker French toast, Nutellas. I mean I love like the banana and the fruit.
All right. On the French toast.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I'm with you. I like the different breakdown of like bread, potatoes, eggs, Although I did discover the other day, and the PT likes ketchup. You've been out with me. You've seen me put a lot of ketchup on things.
Now, you go Hunt's ketchup?
No, Heinz. Heinz is
all right, I'm just making sure.
The breadwinner.
I can't trust a restaurant that goes Hunt's.
Right. No, you're or worse. There's other brands.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going Hunt's or something else, what else are you skimping on back there?
Right. I mean, now, granted.
Ketchup, you're going to skimp on ketchup?
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, you got to go.
I had a sausage and cheese omelet the other day. And again, I won't say where because I'm going to call on this place and see if they'll sponsor the show. But it was so good, I didn't put any ketchup on it. And I think that's the first omelet I've ever eaten in my life that I didn't put any ketchup on the plate. That's
I can't go ketchup on my eggs.
Well, it had sausage gravy on it. Yeah. So, I mean, that was like sausage and cheese omelet with sausage gravy.
All right. We got 5 questions for Pete Thompson coming up on the other side. Don't forget, the Pete Thompson Show starts Saturday morning, 8 to 10. And, again, I think a great home for the Pete Thompson Show. We can do like the diner tour. We can have a different diner every Saturday morning and have Pete Thompson there live.
Absolutely.
Or any business.
Bring it on.
Any business that loves the PT would be a perfect 8 a.m. Pete Thompson. Because I'll be there just staring at you.
Fine.
Giving you the stink eye for 2 straight.
I'm totally okay with that, as long as you show up.